Test, test, test. Test, test, test. There we go. Good morning, good morning. Yep. Work. Yeah, it's 10:30, I guess. With my computer. I don't think I can put the plant. Oh, maybe here. Good morning. Holy smokes, how is it 10:30 already? 10:30 already. Oh, there we go. We need to sit down. I know everybody's so happy to see each other. Happy Merry Christmas. As we get ready this morning. There we are. Let's move this back a little bit. Hello, everyone online. Welcome. Good morning. Lunch? Oh, a chatty bunch. I'm already thinking of food. Liv said a chatty bunch. I thought she said lunch. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for lunch already. Good morning. Good morning. Let's make sure this doesn't go. All right. Are we recording and everything now, Michael? Excellent. Well, welcome. Can you believe it that this is the last Sunday of the year? I know. Like, where did this year go? It's been, I don't know. For me, it has flown by just like that. Not sure if anybody else feels that same way, but it has been. I have to write a report every year about what we've done for the year and turn it into our home office. And so it was amazing, actually, how much we have accomplished this year. It is really fabulous. We've had 2 retreats. We've had plenty of workshops. We've done classes. We've got a few people who've started and continuing on the practitioner training path. So it's been quite marvelous. So, but I just want to take a moment and say hello and welcome, and hello everybody online. I'm Rev Tamara. I'm the spiritual director here. And I just want to take this time just to start us off in silence. Just ask everybody just to take that deep collective breath. I'll count to 3 and we'll go in, and then I'll ask you to hold, and then we'll let it all out. So 1, 2, 3 in, hold, and out. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3 in, hold, and out. There's such energy in that collective breath. So let's just take a moment, set our intention for why we were here today. And as we do that, I also like to acknowledge my gratitude. I'm deeply moved to express that heartfelt appreciation for our First Peoples, for their enduring love and stewardship of this beautiful land. It is with deep respect and honor that I have the privilege of living, loving, playing, and learning on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including Semiahmoo, Katsi, Coquitlam, Kwantlen, Wasanich, and Kakayet, and Tawasin First Nations. I say this reminder as a meaningful moment that here at CSL White Rock we acknowledge that our vision is to create a loving, vibrant world that works for all. And we're committed to moving forward with the understanding, compassion, and harmony of a world that works for everyone. Our teaching is based on the science of mind, and it is a philosophy, a faith, a way of life. And with that, we talk about 4 cornerstones every week. We talk about there is only one life, and that life is the source of all things. 2, we're spirit having a human experience. Nothing outside of us needs to change for us to be happy. And we're here to walk each other home. So as we take this moment of this morning, of settling in, starting our day, starting our time together, knowing that there's one life, one love, one universal divine mind. And that mind is one with each of us. This teaching, this philosophy, this way of life opens us at the top. It expands our horizons. It allows that deep connection with spirit. As all, there are many paths to the one. So whatever walk you are on, it is welcome here. So with joy and gratitude in my heart, I release these words into that law of mind that always says yes. I let it be, I let it go, and I ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. And now I get to invite our dear Heidi to kick us off with some beautiful music. I think we have a slide for the song.
Woke up this morning. I woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Walking and talking. and talking with my mind, set on spirit, walking and talking with my mind, set on spirit, walking and talking with my mind, set on spirit, hallelujah, 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 singing and praying. Singing and praying with my mind, oh, singing and stead on spirit. Singing and praying with my mind, set on spirit. Singing and praying with my mind, set on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Ready, big finale.
Beautiful, beautiful. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Good morning, beautiful people. Hello, hello, and welcome here today to this beautiful place. And I welcome anyone that's new online, and we have a lovely new person here in our audience. And welcome, Fiona. Yes, it's so good to be here today. Thank you so very much. The last service of the year, it's been quite the year. And it hasn't always been an easy year, and I'm so grateful that I've had these beautiful principals to carry me through it, and this wonderful community to support me, and I thank you very much. Okay, announcements for today. On Sunday, January 5th, next Sunday, in person only, our lovely practitioner, Deanne, is going to share this, teach you how to read and use the Science of Mind book. And it's just going to be around the table conversation, and bring your own book. And there's actually still one available, one left to buy if you wish to do that. But it'll be a great opportunity to get familiar with this magnificent book. And it's probably about a half an hour long, something like that. So that's next, short and sweet, just, well, sweet she is for sure. Okay, and the next Sunday, which is Sunday, January 12th, oh my, we are going to have a vision board workshop with Reverend Tamara and practitioner Georgia, and I'm not sure about Liv yet, but anyways, possibly. So this is a great opportunity to do a vision board for 2025. It's just a great idea to set our intention, and it's very creative, and it's fun because everybody's, can I have that? And somebody else saves you the picture of the dog you always wanted for your board. And so it's a beautiful opportunity in community. In our 8th year, for sure. Yes. That would be wonderful if you brought magazines, and also you can bring your board if you want, or your sheet that you want to glue with. There will be some supplies here, but I would bring my own if I were you. Okay? Thank you. And the following Sunday, January 19th, is potluck, so you can just get right back in that kitchen and get cooking. What did I? Oh, I skipped something. Oh, yes. Evening Sacred Circle is back with Liv on Tuesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. So please join us. That's a beautiful experience to share just how you're feeling about life, and always supported by the beautiful teaching and a lovely practitioner. Potluck, Sunday, January 19th. Get back in that kitchen and a little cooking, and bring it the next day to share, and we'll talk about it. And drumming circle coming up. Learn to djembe. Oh, beautiful. Last Sunday in January, and it's going to be fantastic. So it's a beautiful experience to do this. he's actually, the teacher is African, right, from Nigeria, and he's a master drummer. I went to one of these circles before, and it was just amazing. Beautiful way to build community. It will continue on the fourth Sunday every month, and it'll be a great way to include your friends, people that like to do something different. You do it in community, and it's a fabulous, it just feels like your whole soul is moving around in a big circle. It's an amazing experience. Drums, oh yes, drums are provided for $39, and if you have your own drum, it's $34. So that's really very good. Oh, this is, oh, maybe there's a slide up there. Science of Mind magazine, this is the last week that I'll be offering this. If you wish to have a year's subscription for Science of Mind magazine, I'm going to order them, and I'm going to get them delivered to the U.S. because I know they'll really get there. And I'll go down and pick them up and bring them here on this Sunday. It'll probably be about $55 Canadian. For 1 year subscription. You'll get 6 books. They're double issues. So if you're interested in getting on my list, please let Deanne know, and she will let me know, and I will be ordering them this week. So they should probably be in about 6 weeks, something like that. I think that's everything. Thank you for sharing your time. And now we have a beautiful practitioner live with another one of her wonderful meditations. Thanks very much, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Good morning, CSL White Rock, and good morning, online community. As Jill mentioned, I'm Liv Daniel, one of the practitioners here at CSL White Rock, and I'm here to meditate with you. So I'll ask you first that if you think that you haven't silenced your mobile device yet, maybe you can check it and just, you don't have to turn it off, but just silence it, because maybe this is the only time that you have today uninterrupted, where you breathe with the conscious mind in community, as in one breath. So when you settled into your seat, I'll just invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do that. And if you feel like you're in a grounding mood, often people just place their palms down on their legs or on their side. But if you feel like you're more in a receiving mood, then you can just place your hands palm up and find that sweet, comfortable position that will keep you alert and yet relaxed. And when you have arrived to that position, I just invite you to take a deep breath in and hold it if it feels comfortable. And exhale. And repeat the deep inhale and the full exhale. And perhaps just remind your body and your mind that you are safe. Nothing is asked of you except to be present with this breath. You are safe and present. And so just breathe. And I invite you to imagine the world that you are in as a setting, whether it's an urban setting, a country setting, a wilderness, that's the world as you know it. And in this world that you are imagining yourself in, I invite you to picture your little land, yourself, as this autonomous, conscious, breathing human in human form. and spiritual form. In whatever setting you envision yourself, I invite you to bring to your mind's eyes a gate or a fence of sort that keeps your world separate and makes your world your own, different from everyone else's. Maybe this gate or this fence is made of iron, maybe it's some sturdy wood, maybe it's just a wire, maybe it's an imaginary fence or a gate. And I invite you to open this gate, crack it open just a tiny bit, and know that whatever is available in the world, out there, in the universe, is available to flow through or get in through this opening. And know that whatever it is that you're about to receive sometimes may require a larger opening on your gate. It might have to be opened all the way. Might have to be both sides of your gate opened. Maybe the fence needs a bit of a readjustment and a larger cut made to it. Because sometimes whatever it is available to us in the universe requires adjustment. It requires flexibility. It requires that we acknowledge that whatever we are ready to receive needs a larger gate. And so I invite you to play with this idea that your mind and your world is like a gate. And whatever you're about to receive can fit through that gate only if you allow it to expand. And I brought you a poem by an artist named Unveil Thy Heart. This artist talks about expansion. And as you breathe, I invite you to contemplate these words of expanding your mind and heart to receive all that is yours. Expansion, dimensions, a world of possibilities akin to infinity. Oh, my beloved, such is my universe that I offer you the multiverse into which you dissolved. Dream your truth. Uncover your gift. Experience your youth. Watch your dimensions shift. You are. I am. Infinite abundance. Nothing like a dam, just a never-ending dance. See beyond illusion. Transcend reality. Dive into eternity. Explore new dimensions. I will await for thee in the den of timeless being, always sprouting like an endless tree. Namaste. And I invite Heidi back to play another piece of music.
Awaken to the rhythm of the falling rain. Surrender to the moment, let it wash your pain away. Awaken to the rhythm of the falling rain. Surrender to the moment, let it wash your pain away. You are the love, you are the light. Lift your voice and spirits calling. You have enough, you are alright. You've got a choice to stand from falling. Awaken to the rhythm of the falling rain. Surrender to the moment, let it wash your pain away. Awaken to the rhythm of the falling rain. Surrender to the moment, let it wash your pain Beauty shines from the inside out. 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 Oh, thank you.
And I have to apologize to the people online. That first song you were singing, I accidentally had my mic on, so they heard me singing almost more than you. And that is, I really apologize, people. That is never a good thing. Oh, more the merrier. It's so true. Oh my gosh. Well, again, welcome. And I've had so many great moments already this morning. And I can't believe it's the end of the year already. And so as we've been this whole month, this whole year actually is when we've been talking about a grand rising. So that piece where we're moving up and moving through life and a wave of love coming through. And I love that last song about the rain washing away the pain and just being open, that you're beautiful from the inside out, because that is so true. And that is what our teaching is about, too, is that inner beauty, that inner self that we each have, knowing that we're connected. And I got to experience a lot of that washing of the rain this weekend. For Christmas, we've decided not to buy our children gifts anymore. We're doing more experiences. So they'd never been to Tofino before, so we went and took them to Tofino and got to spend some time on the beach, a fire. We went down and were able to cut down the smallest Christmas tree ever, and my daughter and I dried oranges and made a garland and hung that up. It was just a really lovely experience. And I was so caught up, though, in the way it should have been, with all my family, with everybody, the extended family, all those shoulds, but I let them all go and was able to stay in the moment with my immediate family. And it was great having my 29 and 26-year-old children, just the four of us. 'Cause at this age, that doesn't happen that often anymore, I'm sure. And so it was really fabulous. So for me, that was a grand rising of letting go of what I always pictured Christmas is supposed to be like into something new. And that's what we're talking about today, is that open at the top. And, you know, you hear that saying a lot from our teaching, is that there's a difference between here, the open at the top, as what Ernest Holmes said, and there's a difference between hearing that we're open at the top and expanding into that opening, So as we complete this year of Grand Rising, what is still wanting to arise through us? Next week, I'm going to do a little bit of a burning bowl ceremony. So thinking about no burning. Yeah, we have to take it outside. We won't light anything on fire. But I'm going to figure out a way that we can let go. We did a little bit of letting go at our solstice ceremony, but we'll do another one here. But as we complete this year of Grand Rising, we look forward to what's next. And how do we take all that we've learned this year and rise into that? And we say that we're open at the top, but it's one thing to be open, but it's another to expand into that openness. So there's an old Zen saying that says, when you get to the top of the mountain, keep climbing. When you get to the top of the mountain, keep climbing. Because that's the principles. The mountain, it always stays the same. But our relation to that mountain expands as our minds and our hearts and our wisdom expand. So it's comfortable to stay with the old, tired, and true. But guess what? Growth doesn't happen in the old comfort place. Drat. Right? Elizabeth Lesser, from her book Broken Open, How Difficult Times Can Help Us, she says, how strange that the nature of life is change. Yet the nature of human beings is to resist change. And how ironic that the difficult times that we fear might ruin us are sometimes the very ones that can break us open and help us blossom into who we were meant to be. Right? I don't know, I've had a few of those experiences in my life. I'm not sure if any of you have, that time when you thought that was just the most painful thing you've ever been through, but yet out of it came something, or it opened, or it cleared space. Babies, yes, that's a good example. One said babies. So we're going to talk about three main sayings that you may hear about from the Science of Mind a lot. They're Ernest Holmes' often spoken ideas that principle is not bound by precedent, 2, evolution is always forward. And 3, we're open at the top. And actually, we're going to throw it to 4. We are for something and against nothing. So 2 of those are one of his famous talks that he gave is called Sermon by the Sea. And it is, I'll put it on our website for people who want to take a look at it, or maybe we'll include it in our newsletter, Liv, because it is a wonderful talk that he gave. So all these ideas are both open and ideas for us to the direction of our consciousness of moving forward. We're individualized expressions of the infinite beingness, Therefore, we're inherently unlimited. Any restriction, constrictions, or blockages to the divine flow are self-created, sometimes out of fear, or sometimes in a belief of separateness. So from divine flow, right, if we take that and we don't step into it, we block it, we put like a dam, I think of the beaver dam, right, it stops. So that's where are we stopping ourselves into that. So from chaos and an old night, as Home liked to say, quoting Milton's poem of the same name, as we breathe deeply and become aware of the eternal flow of spirit through us, we expand in our ability to more fully experience and express that spirit. We find new ways to express the eternal principle that guides the universe. We find new ways for spirit to show up in form. And as you think of abundance and love and joy, it's tuning into those vibrations of that. And it's being able to do what you love, right? So, and in order to experience abundance, you got to do what you love and love what you do. No ambiguity here. Doing what you love is the cornerstone of having abundance and love and joy in your life. Robert Louis Stevenson said, if a man loves the labor of his trade, apart from any question of success or fame, then the gods have called him. The gods have called him. So it's doing those things that we love, and that's what, when we start talking about recognizing that we are open at the top, and we may get caught in those things that I just talked about earlier, the way life should be. Or how we think it is going to be. I was watching a movie last night with my husband, Carry On. But I thought there was one line in the movie, not recommending the movie, it was a little too much to watch for me before going to bed. It's just too much drama, gets my heart rate up too much. But he found out his wife was pregnant. But he said, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know. He goes, I thought by the time I did this, I'd have the house, I'd have the career, I'd have the dog, and then the baby. But she just looked at him and said, we're in this together. And let's just have the baby first, then the dog. Let's see what we can handle. So it's that piece sometimes where we stop ourselves because there's that fear of, oh my goodness, I should have all those things, and yet I'm not there, so I better not do it. Right? So it's important that we still allow ourselves to move forward. So as we begin our journey of awakening, we learn and apply those principles to our lives using practices and methods. We begin to see our lives change and shift and grow into lives of greater peace, prosperity, love, and more. And as we place spirit in the center of our consciousness, it shows up in ever-expanding ways at our circumference, the circumstances of our lives. We begin to understand how this works. We move from a conscious of life happening to me, right, to life happening by me, then life happening through me. And we become more skillful at working in alignment with life and spirit. And it shows everywhere. How we do one thing is how we do everything. So if we're opening up and changing our energy and changing how we're looking at the world, it's going to show up in multiple areas of our life. when we start doing our spiritual mind treatment, we start doing our meditation, journaling, whatever your practice is, you start to see the shifts. It's like, has anybody heard that saying about when a marriage is, people need to work on a marriage, or there's something coming through, and they'll say if just one person works on the marriage, it can change the marriage. Right? And I've seen that happen in my life where I've been grumpy about something, and I've just decided to change my mind and not look at the relationship that way or what was happening. And all of a sudden, he stopped doing that thing that annoyed me so much. It's just funny how life works through that. So, and then sometimes, though, we get to that point, there can be a tendency in our lives and when things get better. So then we just decide to sit and rest and say, oh, this is enough. But yet, as Ernest Holmes reminds us, evolution is always forward. That's from the Sermon by the Sea. The divine urge of life itself always pushes toward greater and greater expression. There is no there to arrive at, only stepping stones along the pavement of time of this journey. Only stepping stones along this journey. So as we think about creating lives which are greater alignment in life and spirit, we also have an opportunity, but the responsibility to expand the life beyond our own individuality. Since all forms of life are spirit and form, and all form is contained within a unity, to truly expand our experience and expression of spirits, we must support this experience and suppression of spirit in all forms. Thus, when we become more grounded in our spiritual principle and practice, we're called to share with others. We're called to reach out beyond our comfort zones and help those who are not maybe as adept at life yet. Our outreach must always be grounded in principle, grounded in supporting the expansion of spiritual awareness and expression. Sometimes just giving a handout doesn't help. We must give a hand up in consciousness to support our fellow beings in creating lives that they love, doing the things that they love to do. The saying, "No one is free until we are all free," points us to the interconnectedness of all forms of life. We must be willing to not just be aware that we are open at the top, but expand into that openness. And it's finding those blessings right where we are. There's a story of this little boy who was out in his backyard with his baseball cap, and he was toting a baseball glove and a ball and a bat. And he decides, he goes, "I'm the greatest hitter in the world." So he tosses up the baseball and he tries to swing it and he misses. And he yells louder, "I'm the greatest baseball hitter in the world." Tosses the ball up, swings the bat, misses again. And then he did it the third time. And again, he swung and missed. And then he threw the ball up and he yelled, "I'm the greatest pitcher." And he swung and he missed. And he said, "Yes, in the world, I'm the greatest pitcher in the world." So, right, he just changed his mind. And we hear that saying a lot in Science of Mind. Change your life, change your thought, change your life. And that's what he did. He went from being the batter to the pitcher. So, in going back to finding those things that we love to do, it's always so important. And he loved the game of baseball, so he just moved through that. Often, what keeps us from expanding, too, there's a couple things that keep us from expanding. One, fear, and the fear that we're going to lose what we already have. Right? And not knowing how to do it. How many times have you thought of a great idea but went, "Ugh, how the heck am I going to do this?" Right? And have you heard that, get ourselves out of the way and allow Spirit to work through us. The fear that we'll lose what we already have, that's based on that consciousness of lack. because and with that belief that there's only a finite supply of good. But good is ever expansive, and our expanding with spirit simply expands our good. We can never exhaust or lose the infinite supply. And as we work in alignment with the flow of evolution, the flow of spirit, we're not overwhelmed or overburdened by expanding our experience of a more encompassing good. It is only when we constrict and we go in tight that's when things get difficult. And we don't know how. And when we don't know how, again, turning to spirit and stepping into that flow of life. The what is ours, the how is God's. The what is ours and the how is God's. That reminds us that the law knows how to do it. As when we're doing treatment, we always, at the end, we let these words go into that law of mind. That law of mind that always reflects back to us what we put into it. So that's where if we're thinking negatively and putting out all those negative thoughts, guess what comes back? But if we can change it and shift it into those positive ways of looking at life, and I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. Some days, I know myself, I get a little bit challenged. I always want to put on those rose-colored glasses, but guess what? It doesn't always work that way. Some days it takes me 1 or 2 days to get through the feelings that I'm having. And that is okay. It's being gentle and being compassionate with myself and keep doing the work. But it's when I stop doing the work, when I stop any kind of spiritual practice, then I find life goes a little even more haywire than maybe it had before. So it's that time when I'll call my practitioner and you'll say, well, Tamara, have you been doing your spiritual practice? Maybe. maybe not. Right? So it's stepping back in. And that's when life is the way it's been. And that's what Ernest Holmes talks about. Principle is not bound by precedent. So just because something that's happened in the past doesn't mean that we can't change it. It doesn't mean that if going to family holidays and having an argument or a disagreement with somebody in the family, just because that happened in the past doesn't mean it can happen this holiday or this New Year's. It's about changing our mind about the way our life is and how can we look at it differently. So the flow of the divine life is always expanding. And when we get scared or fail to see the path, that is when we step out of that flow of life. And we can maybe get a little bit lost along that path. But the flow is always available for us to step right back in. And it's okay to rest, but getting stuck limits us. Ernest Holmes calls us to be for something and against nothing. We cannot get caught up in fighting circumstances. And that's the thing. When we put those negative thoughts, that's those places. Are we for those thoughts? I don't think so, right? But it's not fighting. It's not being for, it's Mother Teresa has that famous quote where somebody asked her to go to a anti-war demonstration and speak. And she said, no, I won't speak at that, but if you have a rally for peace, I will attend that. Right? Rather than being against war, she was for peace. And when we focus on what we're for, what we're moving towards, what are we going towards? What is it that we desire? What is it that we want? And when we start moving in that direction, rather than backing away in fear, that's when life expands. That's when we're moving forward, and that's that evolution. So we let go and we get not caught up in fighting the circumstances. And the gift that we have to give is our understanding that consciousness is cause. The gift is expressing. Suffering is not of God. Our gift is that we understand that changing, expanding our consciousness changes our circumstances. Let us share our great gift with the world. Let us not keep religious science just for religious scientists, right? But take it out in every way and every form into the world that is so in need of this teaching, of this philosophy of life. Let us find ways to let reality align, the small r reality align with the big R reality. Let us step up and expand our vision, not mirrored in what we don't want, but as a vision for which our spirit calls us. This is our gift. And with that, we can create that grand arising. You know, it's looking forward and not getting caught in those places. A good story about that is there was a young man who used to go hiking in the Cascade Mountains. And there was a particular trail that led to an alpine lake, which was supposed to be beautiful. But the trail was 7 miles long, and it began easily, but soon changed to steep uphill pitch for 3 miles across rocks and boulders. And about 4 miles up the trail, there was this lovely level spot, like a little bit of a meadow, and he thought, oh, this is a great place to stop for lunch. And he enjoyed the view, and then he noticed there was a waterfall, so he thought this was great. And he read or would write some poetry, and after a while he would decide, you know, this is far enough. I don't need to continue on. Eventually, though, he decided he really did want to see that alpine lake where this waterfall was coming from. So after several times of stopping and turning around, one day he committed to going further. And to his surprise, he found that the trail became easier and more level. And soon he was able to see the lake up ahead and finally stand in that place that he had always wanted to. But instead, he had settled for a nice spot to have lunch. And he settled for abandoning his goal. So eventually, he had gone beyond that discomfort. He moved out of his comfort zone. And because he was afraid that the whole trail would be a struggle, and he arrived at the place that he had only read about. But isn't that our life sometimes? Where do we stop ourselves because we think life is going to be too hard, or it's going to be too challenging, or who am I to do that? But it is within each of us, and that is that open at that top, that endless possibility. We all have it within us. And sometimes, I know I need reminding. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I need reminding that we are whole, perfect, and complete exactly where we are right here, right now. And as we talk about, nothing outside of us needs to change for us to be happy. I can do that myself. I can make that shift. I can take that step. So I encourage you all to take that step into life, into love, and into joy, because it is there for you. And so let's not be against things. Let's be for our life. Let's be for love. Let's be for joy. And allow those to lead us further. Allow that to be stepping into the divine, into that flow. So with that, live generously, be for something rather than against it, do what you love and express that. Remember, you are a unique expression of the divine. There is nobody else out there like you, and the world needs you. So with that, I let these words, I'll take it into prayer for a moment. As we know that there is one life, one love, that universal divine mind. that wisdom, the joy, the love, the awe of life. Knowing that life is good. So today I know that through me and as me, I am expanding that consciousness. I am working through, and I know each of you as well, an expression of kindness, of joy. This is a place and time of the year that we get to reflect and move forward into 2025. So today I know that each of you are here ready to step into that flow of life, to be an advocate for yourself, an advocate for joy and love and peace and harmony. Those are all things that are right here, right now. And I know that that expression of that uniqueness that you are, it's just bubbling to come out. It is just bubbling to come forth. So as we allow these words to wash over us and take in the kindness and love and joy that we are and express it out and back into the world, and know that law of circulation is always happening. I allow these words to go into that law with gratitude and love. I let it be, I let it go, and ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you. Oh, welcome back, Heidi. Thank you.
This song's called Wheel of Time by A. Linario, a songwriter I really love. And I chose it because we're coming, to the next cycle of the Wheel of the Year. And also I hear it as a prayer for hearing the call of Spirit that calls us to come home to our true selves. So I thought it fit. Plus, I really like it. I really like the song. My voice be strong and this step be light. May our learning come on this wheel of time. As a breath be turned, may the lessons glide swiftly as the wind, gentle as a sigh, and hear it calling me home. Hear it calling me whispering. Hear it calling my soul. Come and be my guide, walking by my side, as a breath be taken, given, taken, given, calling me home. May my voice be strong and the step be light. May our learning come on this wheel of time. As a breath be took, may the lessons glide swiftly as the wind, gentle as a sigh, and hear it calling me home. walking by my side as a breath be taken, given, taken, given, calling me home, calling me home, and here he calling me home, here he calling me listening, here he calling my soul, calling me listening, here calling my soul, coming and be my guide, here calling my soul, walking by my side, as a breath be taken, as a breath be given, come and be my guide, walking by my side, here he calling me home, here he calling me home, walking by my side, here he calling me home, here he calling me home, walking by my side.
That was fabulous. Thank you. Heidi, do you have any classes, or do you have a choir going right now? I knew you were here for Solstice.
Yeah, well, we're just in the kind of break for the New Year's. But
Okay.
my Soul of the World Choir will be starting up around mid-January.
Okay.
And also, what else? Private lessons are available. I've got a discount happening right now for people who want to work on freeing their voice and expression in the new year.
Oh.
And also other things. I've got a group an expressive arts group for women with ADHD, a support group that's super fun and creative. And what else? I feel like there's something else. Oh, I'm going to have a group singing class coming up as well. So a few things sort of, planned throughout the next few months. So feel free to reach out and connect if you're interested in any of that.
And do you have like a website or mostly Facebook? Or
HeidiMcCurdy.com is my website, and I post on there. It's not updated for the new year yet.
Well, that's okay.
Not there yet.
Yeah,
But that's where I
that's
post
fair.
my classes.
Again, there's no shoulds around here.
Yeah. And,
It'll happen when it happens.
yeah,
It's all good.
if you're curious for I have a free piece of music called Soul Harmony Singing Meditation. You can download that from HeidiMcCurdy.com, and then you'll be on my email list too, so you get personally invited to everything.
Oh, that's
But it's a
fabulous.
singing meditation. You can listen to it or sing along in your own way and relax your nervous system and tune into your voice. So,
Oh, lovely.
if
Wow,
you'd like
thank
that,
you.
it's free.
Excellent. Thank you, Heidi. So appreciate it. With that song, it made me think of a quote about January as we're coming in. January is the quietest month in the garden, but just because it looks quiet doesn't mean that nothing isn't happening. The soil, open to the sky, absorbs the pure rainfall, while microorganisms convert tilled under the fodder into unusable nutrients for the next crop of plants. The feasting Irmworth, oh my gosh. Today my my brain and my mouth don't seem to be in sync. They tunnel alongside, aerating the soil and preparing it to welcome the seeds and the bare roots to come. So that was written by Rosalie Muller-Wright. She's an editor-in-chief of the Sunset magazine. But I think that's where I am, or I don't know if any of you in January are sometimes. It's that time to reflect and be open, and that time of the year, that wheel of time that we step on, that it's that time to move forward into a brand new reality that we want to create. And here at CSL White Rock, I just want to let everyone know we're a not-for-profit, and we so appreciate everybody's generosity and gift and the participation in the law of circulation. There's all different ways that you can give. You can either, today we'll be passing the baskets, but you can give online, you can send a check. So whatever is most convenient for you is most welcome here as we're ending off the year. Any amount is much appreciated. And I want to thank, we have Michael doing the sound today, we have Michelle and Nancy set up, and Diane doing the setup. Liv did meditation earlier this morning, and Pamela online did our meditation for our online people. Just so everybody knows, if you're not able to make it here, we do have a Zoom room, and we have 2 practitioners that are always online, and they do a morning meditation at 10 a.m. So you can always join them as well. Oh, and Penny with the wonderful coffee and baking. I actually had a little piece of your, was it banana bread? Oh, it was delicious. So thank you, and thank you to everyone who, if I've missed anybody, I know Michelle said I think I said everybody, hopefully, but it's so appreciated. This is what a community is. We step in together and help each other out. But now it's that time. Let's take a moment and just take whatever gift you are willing to give today, and whether that's time, treasure, or talent, just hold that intention and that thought to your heart. And I invite you to know a good for yourself today. And a good maybe for this community today. And how about knowing a specific good for the world today? And in that flow, we have our affirmation. If you can say along with me, I think it's coming up. We'll just wait for it to come up. There we go. So this gift I give is spirit in action. I give it in joy. I give it in love. I give it with a completely open heart and mind. I know that I've received a lot with great gratitude, and there is abundance for everyone. Thank you. And as these gifts now, as they pass the baskets, go into the law of gratitude, into that circulation of abundance, I ask Heidi to sing for us. Oh yes, and take a joy card out of it.
I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed.
Thank you, and I will bring up Liv as well, our practitioners here today, and we just take a moment. Well, first I'm going to read for my online people your little joy blessing. Today it is the prayer of protection. The love of God enfolds you. The light of God surrounds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is. It's beautiful. and all is well. Exactly. So today I take this moment and I bless these gifts, and I bless the givers, the receivers, and this wonderful community. I know that these gifts make a difference in so many ways. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. It is. And so today we have 3 of us here that are available for prayer after service. If you would like a short prayer, please come and grab one of us. And know that if today doesn't work, we have an online version where there is a prayer support, and you can put in your prayer request there, and it will forward it to one of our lovely practitioners will respond to you with that. I guess that is it for today. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll get everybody to stand up for our last affirmation and song. And for the blank today, I think we're going to use... I decide. Expansion, expansion. Let's use expansion. So, here we are. We are going to use it. Something wonderful is happening in me right now. It's this thing called life. It's this thing called love. It's this thing called expansion. I know it. I feel it. I express it. I am it. And so it is. And there you go. Turn it lovely. Turn it over to Heidi.
Well, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Ooh. Thanks, everyone. Have a fabulous rest of your day, our last Sunday of the year. Enjoy. So happy New Year to everyone coming forward, and we'll see you all January 5th. Some type of burning bowl ceremony will be happening, but we'll maybe an imaginary burn, but we'll see what happens. Thanks, everybody online. So good to see you all, and have a fabulous day. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Good to hear you, Claire. Thanks.